FRIMA as a company has been around since the 1930s, and in the 70s and 80s they started to work on contact heat and cooking with fats, liquids and oils. And since the 80s, FRIMA has specialised in that marketplace. So FRIMA, effectively at the end of the day, we can replace brat pans, kettles, deep fryers, flat top grills, ovens, and it's becoming a more essential piece of equipment that chefs and operators are looking to. Some of the customers that are benefiting from FRIMA is anywhere basically from kitchens that prepare 30 meals up to thousands of meals. So we've got iconic sites such as Bennelong here at Sydney Opera House with Peter Gilmore. We've got big customers like the Star Casino here where there's a lot of bulk production going on. We've got ANZ Stadium here in Sydney, right through to nursing homes, hospitals, schools, canteens, anywhere there's food that's prepared.
The kitchen at Bennelong, we actually were able to replace the whole kitchen when we started here about 9 months ago. So it was the first time I actually got to put together a kitchen from scratch and plan it out. So the equipment I chose was really important. We're a big restaurant here at Bennelong. We seat overall about 300 people per service. So it's quite high requirements of numbers as well as quality. So the kitchen had to be very functional and very organised, and the equipment that I chose was a big part of that. The FRIMAs that we decided to put into the kitchen, we have two. So in the past, I've just used traditional stock pots. And with the FRIMAs, well, quite a few different things really. One is the size of them, the quite large capacity for making stocks, sauces. We put two in the kitchen side by side so we can have different stocks happening at different times of the day. The feature that I like the best is the fact that it self-fills with water. So, you know, if you want 80 litres of stock, you just set the program and 80 litres of water will come out. We can seal, depending on what sort of stock we're making, we'll either roast the bones in the ovens and transfer them, or we'll actually seal different ingredients. For making a sort of more complex stock, we can actually treat it as a huge pan to seal, and then to deglaze, and then to fill, and then to cook out the stock. And of course the safety aspect of being able to tilt out the stock and get all the stock out without having to lift heavy pots obviously is a very important feature. You can make stocks under pressure with the FRIMA as well, which can make stocks quicker. We choose to use them in a more traditional way. We make more of a slowly reduced stock. The most useful features of the FRIMA, really the even distribution of heat over the bottom surface area, the fact that it is quite versatile. You can use it to fry in, you can use it to seal, so you can treat it as a brat pan or as a stock pot. The fact that it has a lid and you can use it under pressure is an advantage. It does help with our efficiency. When I started back in the mid-80s as an apprentice, the equipment was pretty fundamental, pretty basic. It was a stove and lots of pots and you know, not many other things. And over that time, of course, we've seen the big introduction of sous vide cooking, you know, the rationales and the combi steam ovens. Leadership is in the industry is really an important aspect of what we do. I mean, we try to mentor all of the employees that come through our kitchen, all the young chefs. So leadership, I think a big part of leadership is training and passing knowledge. It's also setting, you know, good examples of good practice and how to work efficiently and safely within the kitchen. And certainly things like FRIMA help with that. My motivation for getting into the industry really came from quite a young age. My mum's a great cook and I was always in the kitchen, and I think really from probably about age 12 I decided I wanted to cook, and I started an apprenticeship at 16.
We've got more and more kitchens using FRIMA. So we've got here at Bennelong, a great restaurant. We've got restaurants in Melbourne, and it's growing and growing and growing as more and more kitchens use FRIMA. It's still traditional methods of cookery, so we boil, we pan fry and we deep fry all in one unit, and it's 4 times faster, and we save a lot of energy and a lot of labour in the kitchen. So a lot of kitchens are looking to how they can improve their productivity and become more effective or efficient in the kitchen. So this is where FRIMA's sitting in the marketplace. FRIMA in the next 5 to 10 years and growth markets as well, as the kitchens today have a combi steamer installed, and people ask for combis, and it becomes the first piece of equipment that they ask for. So what we're looking for in the future, in the next 5 to 10 years, is people asking for FRIMA. Growth markets, we're looking at more restaurants. It's great for large-scale catering as it is for small-scale catering. So there's an opportunity everywhere and anywhere for FRIMA. It doesn't matter if it's 30 meals or 3,000 meals. FRIMA can offer a solution in that lineup, irrespective of the market segment or the industry.
After the break, to Mark Sweeting and Guy Grossi, where we focus on innovation and technology with the Rationale Cooking Unit, and go behind the doors of Grossi Florentino Restaurant in Melbourne.